Alright, what is up, my friends? It is time for another episode of Your Deck Live. That's right, Your Deck Live, the show where I play Your Deck live on stream and give all my thoughts on it. That's correct, we are playing NanachiPower's Esper Fae decks. Once again, quick word on Your Deck Live. We're currently beta testing it for subs only. It is back, though. It's essentially a rebranding of donation bonus leagues. $80 for a league, $120 for me to build you a deck based on an idea or card that you like, $150 for the double dip, where I play your deck, fix it, and play it again. And this is a classic donation bonus league. And again, if you're interested in that, Grim Guy, thanks for the sub, appreciate that. Information on a Discord for subs only. It goes public soon. I'm just working out the details. And again, I go over the deck, give it a full deck tech, talk about things I like, things I don't like. Play 5 matches, and then I talk about the deck post matches, things I like, things I don't like, and then I fix it by changing the cards to the 75 card deck list that I think you should play going forward. Alright? Cool. So, Esper Fairies. First thing I notice here is the land count's pretty low. We'll get to that. So what we're doing here, we're playing fairies. We're playing the big fairy payoffs are Bitterblossom. I guess it's more of an enabler, but the payoff is Spellstutter Sprite. For those who remember fairies in Standard, fairies were dominant force in Standard, and Spellstutter Sprite and Bitterblossom a huge reason why. Once Bitterblossom is down, and you made a token or two, this is just a hard counterspell for 2 mana that also is a flyer, so it's pretty good. In order to support Spellstutter Sprite, also playing Faerie Seer. New card, Modern Horizons. 1 blue flyer, Scry 2. It's not bad. Not bad, honestly. And then we have Vendilion Clique. And then we have Brazen Borrower, the new card. And see how this card works out. And that's really it as far as the fairy synergies go. I'm not going to lie, I kind of am missing Mistbuying Clique. Mistbuying Clique is really, really good. And while Restoration Angel isn't bad, Restoration Angel requires other cards to be good in more of a manner than Mistbuying Clique does. Mistbuying Clique is a house. It's also very good against any sorcery speed deck, Tron, Valakut, things like that. Just going to buy an entire turn. I'm a pretty big Mistbuying Clique fan. But so we are grafting the Fairy Shell, which of course is the blue fairy cards, and Bitterblossom, alongside kind of a Stoneforge Mystic shell as well. Stoneforge Mystic, of course, back in Modern. We have Batterskull. The good thing here is that fairies, of course, wear equipment very well. Sword of Feast and Famine looks phenomenal on a Spellstutter Sprite because untapping our lands is obviously so good. Sort of Fire and Ice, also very, very good on evasive attackers. And Batterskull, just too good not to play. So that's pretty cool. It's Stoneforge package. We also have a little bit of a Spell Queller package here. Not a fairy. Kind of an honorary fairy, in my opinion. It acts like a fairy. It's got flash. It's a flyer. It counters things. Not actually a fairy. Also, it's a fairy Time Raveler. Now, this card obviously forms a very good combo with Spell Queller, because if it dies, your opponent can't cast a spell from Spell Queller, which is pretty nice. And just a very powerful card in general. However, it does play against the instant speed nature of a deck a little bit, which scares me a bit. SN, resub.
Sorry if it already piped up, my app is being weird and I want to get rid of this RIMNDWR. Thin.
Thinf. So, Teferi feels a little off to me. A lot of our cards already have flash. We're not playing any sorceries with instant speed here. And bouncing stuff is cool, but kind of eh. And we're not really worried about our opponent interacting at instant speed because we're already good at that. You know, like, typically Teferi plays at its best in a combo deck, like a Saheeli combo or Escape Shift or whatever, where you're trying to defend your opponent from interacting at instant speed. We're already good at that. So Teferi feels pretty off in this deck, I'm not going to lie. It is cute if you can like rebuy your Spellstutter Sprite, but you're probably already winning at that point. So, not big on Teferi. I think Force of Negation is awesome in this deck. I would probably play more, maybe. I think the card's great. Kai's Guile is a card I've poo-pooed a lot. I just think this is a bad Magic card. I just don't think this is a good card. It's a 3-mana Edict. Or it makes 1 token. Or it exiles their graveyard when they've already put 3 Prized Amalgams in play, or you gain some life. I am not a big fan of modal cards at all in Modern. You're paying a 1 mana premium for all these effects when they're not worth that. An Edict is worth less than 2 mana because Liliana's Edict, or whatever it's called, Triumph, is hardly playable. 1 token is worth 1 mana, if that, honestly, not even that. Exiling your opponent's graveyard, 0 mana. Tormod Script. Gaining 4 life, half a mana maybe. So when you cast this card, you're getting less than 3 mana worth of value. Despite the flexibility of it, that's just not good. I just don't think this card is good at all. So it's clunky, it's expensive. Not a fan of Kaya's Guile at all. Love Fatal Push, love Path to Exile, love the split here. I love the 4 push 2 Path. I think Path is somewhat overrated, and you'd much rather have push in the early game. But having access to Path is also nice, so I like that. Spell Pierce is good. I wouldn't mind a Spell Snare in here. I think it's good to mix up your counter spells for sure, but Spell Pierce is obviously pretty good in this deck. So my biggest concern comes from the clunk factor. Kaya's Guile, Teferi both seem quite clunky. It's possible we get spells that are clunked up a little bit. If things aren't going well, then Restoration Angel might not be good. So I'm concerned with like the clunky cards, kind of clunking us up a little bit. Also, exceedingly concerned with the land count. This deck wants to play a land for at least the first 3 turns in a row, if not the first 4 turns in a row. And we're only playing 20 lands, and we're playing 0 cantrips, 0 ops, 0 serum visions. Our only really fixing is just the scry on Faerie Seer, and that really concerns me. So I'm concerned twice over for both the clunk factor and the lack of lands. That concerns me a lot. But we'll see how it runs, of course. A lot of concern. I have concerns. I'm a concerned dude, you know? Sideboard, let's see what we got here. I love Gideon. Love Gideon. I think this card is criminally underplayed in Modern. As a threat for fair matchups, Gideon is the bomb. It kills real quick. Big fan of Gideon. To rest in peace, love it. I might even want a third. Our deck does not use the graveyard at all. And playing a deck that has white in it, that does not use the graveyard, and allowing you to play Rest in Peace in the sideboard is a huge draw towards playing white in this format. So love Rest in Peace. Like the Stroke. Plague Engineer works well too. Brutality is fine. The 1 Sin Collector? Talk about clunk factor. Just give me a discard spell. Give me a Thoughtseize. You know, we're not playing Company. We're not playing Humans. This is just a 3 mana Thoughtseize for the most part. Very little synergy with our deck. I like Kaya, but I'm a little concerned with clunk factor. Just seems kind of eh. Unworthy goes fine. I'm okay with this card. It does do a good job against some decks. Tron, Valakut. Not a big fan of the card, but it is better in Modern than it is in Standard. Sword of Sinew and Steel, pro black, pro red. Sure, a Planeswalker or an artifact? It's alright. Drown in the Lock. Yeah, I'm not sure how good that card is yet. It may be good. It's a new card. And then 2 Damping Sphere. This deck isn't playing Snapcaster Mage. I tend to not like Damping Sphere in blue decks anyway. It's just awkward. I mean, I guess we're not playing Snap. It's especially bad with Snapcaster Mage, but it's alright. So, have concerns, things I like, things I don't like. We're going to battle through a league, and we'll see how it goes. And then we'll discuss the deck at the end, where I'll give my final thoughts of the deck, as well as change it to the 75 cards that I would play if I were to play it. But for now, let's jump right in. And we have ways to kill Plague Engineer, so it's not that big of a deal. I want to remind you that your deck live is brought to you by a big red box. What happened? Why is it? I didn't. Big red boxes are really cool, and we love them. And everyone should go out and buy a big red box. That's my new sponsor. I picked up at TwitchCon. Big red box. So go out there and get your big red box. This is called doing it live. CoolStuffInc.com. CoolStuffInc.com. Your number one source for all your game shopping needs. CoolStuffInc.com. Get your Throne of Eldraine cards. Get your board games. Get everything. Promo code CHIM5. Hop on. Order. Video Monday. Article Friday. And this week's video is not on Monday. I was flying home from TwitchCon. Should be up tomorrow. Wow. What's in the box? This is a pretty weird hand. I'm gonna keep just based on Faerie Seer, honestly. Swords, his hand's not great, but I'm just gonna keep it. Can you buy big red boxes at CoolStuffInc.com? Maybe. You gotta go in there and find out. I'm also a little less likely to want to mulligan because I only have 20 lands. So there's a chance we hit a one lander, and our only way to fix our draws is Faerie Seer. So no white cards. We're gonna bottom both. Cheers, everyone. It's my flat Pepsi and Captain. Alright. Fatal Push. Prismatic Vista. Not bad. It's our white source. Yeah. Could certainly be better, but Teferi Time Raveler. Turn 2. Will they bounce my Faerie Seer? No. Fortunately, once I play this sword, they definitely will. But I think them's the breaks, so small. So I guess we're gonna rock Sword of Fire and Ice. And then next turn, I guess I could bounce the sword too, but why is he yellow? I don't know. He's just all yellowy and stuff. I don't have any Jack in the house. All I have is Captain. I don't drink too much, so you get to use my code in-store SNG. That's awesome. All right, so they're bouncing the Faerie Seer and not the sword. It's kind of interesting, honestly. I get the value of recasting it. All right, they have a company. That sucks. All right. I mean, cast Faerie Seer. I'll move to equip. Scry says land Bitterblossom. I think I'm down Bitterblossom. Alright, pants him up. Could obviously have Path to Exile, but End Step Company. I guess I can't get spells anyway, so. Stoneforge Mystic, Ice Fang, Coddle. So they will search and they will not draw because they only have 2 other snow permanents. It's not bad, honestly. However, they can get a sword and whack us with it, which isn't ideal. Oh, duh. Yeah, I'm sorry. Man, we're only 6 hours in and I'm literally falling apart. That card would suck if it was like that. Yeah, alright, so Sword of Feast and Famine. And yeah. There's definitely a sound argument that we should mulligan this hand, but yeah, Astrolabe plus Opal's pretty silly. Teferi plus, sure. What's up, Coral? Coral, where are you from? I feel like these are your normal hours. They're saying go again. Alright, well. I mean, we're not going to go for Sword of Feast and Famine because they're probably Bath or something. We are going to attack, though. And we're going to attack them. It's got Pro Blue, so Ice Fang not blocking. Alright, don't lose your path to exile, sure. I mean, Bitterblossom plus Sword here is pretty good. I mean, just crank the sword. I mean, I guess they're gonna feast and famine us. We can't really do anything about it though, because we can't do, you know, whatever. Ah, late nighter. That's what I thought, Coral. Probably trouble here. Maybe we should just mulliganed, honestly. Drawing two swords kind of sucks. Unfortunately, their hand was like pretty good. I think I've just playing too much standard. It's unfortunate that we are still vulnerable to Path to Exile, so we Bitterblossom pants it up with both swords, and they can still path it. Gets past everything else, but Lordy Lord. Professor French, en français, s'il vous plaît. Oopsie. Yeah, I wish to mulligan though. Their hand was good, but like most modern hands are pretty good, you know. All right, that's not bad. It's not good though, because we can't really stop Sword of Feast and Famine. We can get a Batterskull, but it's not great. Like it basically just comes down to if they have another path or not. Alright, pantsed up. Yes, Teferi is very stupid. Don't think Teferi is a very a very well-designed magic card. Alright, don't path me, please. Their hand has been pretty good. Ice Fang Coddle is playing a very similar role to our fairies. Oh my god. Yeah, it just looks like what they're doing is a lot better than what we're doing, honestly. Yeah, I mean, that is a really, really pissed off Ice Fang Coddle. So yeah, we're playing pretty similar decks. Our hand wasn't very good. Again, I think we should have mulliganed. In retrospect, Um. Ooh. Now we're seeing play in Modern, too. Damn. Now we definitely can't win. They just turn sort of whatever into a an elk. Silly magic card. How does a snake hold a sword? I don't know, folks. You tell me. Opponent, please just kill me. For the love of God. Alright, whatever. You win. Alright? I'm sick of you wasting your time. We have only so much time in this 24-hour stream. Alright? Horse would be kind of gas at the All-Star game. That would be really fun. Alright, so this destroys an artifact and a planeswalker. Not very good protection, though, but seems reasonable. Kaya's Engineer seems good. Third favorite child, new sub. What's your name? Where you from? Welcome, my friend. Not really pumped about Force of Negation. Spell Pierce is also pretty awkward because, like, it's good against Teferi, but it's not good against most of their decks. They have so many creatures. At least Force, like, still does stuff. Brutality's Gideon's okay, but and Kaya's Guile. I always had to boy this card out all the freaking time. This card just sucks. They have mana creatures and 1/1 sacrifice too. This card's gotta go. And Kaya picks off 1/1s, picks off Batterskull tokens, and then Mr. Bravado, 15-month resub. Welcome back. The problem is that they showed us Teferi, Oko, and Company. Those are probably their only non-creature spells, and if Teferi's in play, this card does nothing. So maybe I don't mind one, but Force is the same thing, so like, Teferi definitely messes us up pretty bad. Got the Forces. I think the Force is better than Spell Pierce. Like, I think hitting a... Also, they're incentivized to play Company in their main phase if we're tapped out. And Force is obviously insane there, so I kind of like that, too. Brutality's fine. I can buy Brutality. Actually, I think I like Brutality better than Spell Pierce and Kaya. Thinking about it more. I don't love the third sword. It's a lot of swords. No pro white swords either, but guess it's fine. It's definitely kind of clunky. Yeah, Brutality's good. That's definitely a good one. All right, let's try this. What sword should I cut though? You know, like, I don't know if Kaya's better than a sword anyway. New sub is Jason from Toronto, playing since Cons. Favorite card, Stormtide Leviathan. Good luck with the stream. Stay strong. Thanks, third favorite child. I appreciate that. All right. You're the first favorite in my book. Yeah, we can keep this. Is it Blossom or Stoneforge on 2? Probably Blossom. The green-white adventure token deck seems good. Nicole and I played it earlier. Went 3-1. Otherwise, I've played very little standard. So, not really sure. Alright, so... I mean, if I Bitterblossom and they Teferi it, that's pretty bad. If I Stoneforge it, Teferi it, not as bad. Unfortunately, I keep drawing Path Exiles and not Fatal Pushes, because Push would be great here, Path is terrible. We have 4 Push and 2 Paths, so that's pretty unfortunate. Bitterblossom's so bad against Teferi. I'm going to Stoneforge Mystic. No, we're not pathing a Noble Hierarch. Alright? Maybe, like, you know, when we're like 20 hours in a 24-hour stream, we'll path a Noble Hierarch. Not today. Alright, not today. What's up, Gideon? Yes, that is Zibanejad. He is sleeping. What did I do? Yeah, Zibby ain't just a pet, alright? Zibby is a mascot. He has a job to do. And right now he's not doing it. He's sleeping and being lazy. Okay, it's probably still Batterskull. We'll see what they do and go from there. So you can see here how we really want this 4th land, so we can double spell. Again, the low land count feels sketch to me. Feels sketch. It's a fairy again. Professor French, we got places to go. There's only 17 hours left. And by that, I mean mostly 18 hours. Again, if you're sitting here welcome to the stream, my name is Jim Davis. This is Your Deck Live. Nanachi's Esper Fae deck. Match 1, we're down a game. And 24-hour stream, lots of stuff to do. After this, we have a little freeform action for until 5 a.m. From 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Nicole will be jumping in to let me sleep for 4 hours. She'll be playing Standard. Practice for Philly. At 10 a.m. we have Community Service, my new show where I play a deck built by my community on Discord. I had nothing to do with the deck my community built. They all worked together, and they gave me a deck, and we're going to play it. And it is pretty wacky. That's a 10. We have Diothar's Wizard's deck at 12, and then more freestyling from then on. So, all right. We drew push, so we're supposed to go here. Yeah, that's ambitious. Oh my god, I hit the... Alright, we're pathing. God damn it, I just hit the button by accident. That is such tilt. Alright. God damn it. Alright, pretty frustrating, obviously. I hit the button by accident and didn't push in response to the Sword of Feast of Famine equip. Yeah. Happy you're here too, Ross. Pretty big punt. And we didn't draw land. God. Alright. Punt, punt, punt. Yes, we know. Well, yeah. We're so lucky we drew Fatal Push. Because, although we obviously didn't have it because we didn't do it, so... A Restoration Angel. Alright, so... A little on the Mana Screwed side. Again, I think that playing our land count is super low, which is not cool. But We're going to work through it if we can. Yes, there's no way they think we have a push in our hand. Deputy of Detention. It's fine. Targeting the Batterskull itself? Sure. Now, I don't want to give them another land, but I don't think I care. So, we're going to fire away here. I think I might have just targeted the Batterskull token, but whatever. That's not bad. Definitely not bad. Sword of Sinew and Steel. What you got for me? This better be good. This is the exact spot I was talking about, Force of Negation, where they're going to play around you having a tap-out counterspell. Night of Autumn? That's pretty good. And if we had a Force here, it would have been bonkers. Ice Fang? Sure. That is annoying. Then I kill my sword or my Batterskull? What is their thought process here? Probably the sword, right? Like... What's up, Zephyr? I do deck techs for $10 each, if you are interested. They're killing the Batterskull. Interesting. So Batterskull is dead. And now we're gonna kill the flyer and kill their stuff. Why is what card an instant? Yeah, they're being reasonable and assuming I don't have Fatal Push. But I play this game so masterfully that I've put it in their head we do not have Fatal Push. So, am I an idiot or a genius? You decide. And by that I mean please don't decide. Company is just... I mean, if Company wasn't an instant, it would not be very good. Alright, this is cool. I'm going to leave Stoneforge back. Faerie Seer, Scry Skis, Spellstutter Sprite. Alright, so Restoration Angel's down. Spellstutter's up. And go. They have 8 cards in hand now, actually. But they're dead, so who cares? Yeah. You got it. This better be good. Ranger Captain of Eos. Ice Fang Coddle. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So we just trade one of our fairies for their Ice Fang, which is fine. Get him for 2. Make a new fairy. Have Spellstutter Sprite. It's all fun. Hex Drinker? Yeah, whatever. Card sucks. They go to 5? No. That seems dumb. That seems smarter. That's smarter. Definitely smarter. I mean, we can't cast some of our spells. And we want a double spell. So, I'd almost rather have a land here, you know? Stoneforge Mystic. Does this matter? Maybe? I guess, like... Not sure what else they're doing. Time to get the Mortipod. I said F6. I'm done. I got nothing else to do. Alright? Sure. That shouldn't matter. I mean, they can Hex Drinker. I mean, they're dead on board, barring a path. Yeah. Like, I would love a draw land here. Alright, so easy no equip here. Alright, cool. Just so you go. Thoughts on Thoughtseize? I mean, Thoughtseize plays well with Bitterblossom and stuff. They're going to pat Stoneforge Mystic? Yeah. Sure. We are saving our Restoration Angel for the Spellstutter Sprite. Game. Blouses. Took us back to the house. Made us pancakes. Definitely some tension in the Esper decks between like wanting counter spells and discard spells. Discard spells do play very well with Stoneforge and Bitterblossom, but not so well with the Spellstutter Sprites, so it's kind of awkward. So Ross, what sword do you think we don't want? What's the worst sword here? Cinnamon Steel is pretty good. You're really kind of clunked up at 3 here. Maybe we actually don't want it to Teferi. Is Teferi even good? You think Batterskull is bad? That's a little wild, Ross. I don't know. I get what you're saying. It's like not great against Reflector Mage and Deputy and stuff, but like, I don't know about that. What's up, Vulgar? Like, Teferi is... I'm going to draw. I'm going to cut Teferi in the draw. And I'm going to add the Kaya, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? The thing is, I don't think we want Pierce, because if they play Teferi, then Pierce is blank. I don't like having blank cards. So, I just don't think Pierce is good here. It is very narrow what it does. I think you're leaving a lot of things up to fate by not playing cantrips. Oh my god. Alright. I mean, we are keeping. And we got to ship Force of Negation. Probably a path. This hand is not very good. Not very good. No Noble Hierarch. Kaya. Alright, I mean, we're getting 2 for 1 tier, which is pretty bad. We mulligan to 5, but... Sweet, on Silent Ninja, that's awesome. Splinter Twin. Yeah, we're doing awesome. Nanachi, no worry. No reason to apologize. We're at 38,690 followers. We are fast approaching 40,000 followers. That is unfreaking believable. Y'all are awesome. Yeah, Vista's very expensive. I told you, Teferi's insane. Oh, what a draw. Teferi's insane in combo decks. Just insane. Oh, man. If that was Teferi bouncing Bitterblossom, that would have been so bad. Alright. They have a food. We have a land. So now what do we do? They have... Oko goes to 6? Who designed this card? Like, it's actually unreal. Do we Kaya and kill the food? Like, we hold up Queller, they just make this into a food and attack, and it feels pretty bad. It's also, like, super transparent. We get Kaya down. At least Kaya's in play and doing stuff. You've also waited too long here. Alright, whatever. Take that food. What's up, aggro? How's it going? $10 for a deck tech. $10 for a deck tech. $10, little man. Put that shit in my hand. Late night stream, I can curse. I can curse. I can curse. Ice Fang Coddle. Like, why does this card go... If you were just +2, -1, you know? Yeah. They have a ground 3/3. Alright. As to Exile. Alright. I mean... We can push that. Like, do I attack Oko? It just seems so worthless to attack an Oko. This is game 3, I believe, yes. It just takes so much to kill a freaking Oko, you know? "24-hour stream." I know. If you're watching the stream right now and you haven't followed the stream, we got beef. Alright? I don't stream for no 24 hours. To not get followed. Path. They want to kill my Kaya. That's hella rude. That's fine. No swamps, huh? Surprises? Coral, what are you talking about? Alright, well... We let him on tap. Noble Hierarch. Absolutely. Noble Hierarch. Absolutely. Merfolkies? Little Merfolkies, Coral? I think Once Upon a Time is horribly overrated. I think it's an okay Magic card for decks that are willing to hardcast it. If your deck is not willing to hardcast Once Upon a Time, it should not be in your deck. Collective Brutality. Awkward. Because I would like to Spell Queller stuff. God, this thing's on freaking 8? Johnny says, can we be best friends? It takes a little more than that, you know? A little more than that. We're going to eat Noble Hierarchs. And I guess we're going to attack. Should I even be attacking this thing? Like, I don't know what to do. It's just such a demoralizing thing to look across the board and see an 8 loyalty Planeswalker. It's actually just hella demoralizing. Is Storm a first good deck to get for Modern? Storm's pretty hard to play. I don't know if I would start there. Acquaintances sounds great. I got a little captain in me. What if you goldfish for days? It's much different playing against people than goldfishing. Goldfishing is pretty easy, honestly. I would say Titan Shift is a very good first deck. Sleepy Zibby. Deputy of Detention. So what are they going to hit? Like, if they hit the fairies, it's pretty annoying. I don't really want to path them, you know? I guess I will. Keep my fairies alive. Nah, I don't like pathing my own token. See what they do here. They can, like, make the food a creature or make Noble Hierarch into a 3/3. I mean, most modern decks should not be boring. Modern is a very difficult format to play. And, Klickskis? Alright. I mean, eat the food, I suppose. I don't know if attacking Oko is right or not. Ska and Punk is a good start. And now they're just saying go. Okay. Okay. Looks like company. Smells like company. Quacks like a company. Can Bitterblossom race Oko? Not really. Not really. The problem here is that, like, we're going to attack Oko. I guess. We're going to Queller their company, which feels really bad because they have a... Now they get to... They path, they have a 1 mana company. Keep or mulligan. They should never print another 3-mana Planeswalker or less. Keep or mulligan. But they have Autumn's Veil. Doesn't matter. We have Spell Queller. Never mind. Keep or mulligan. They should never print another 3-mana Planeswalker. Shit. Think we're in trouble. Their cards just seem a lot better than ours. Bitterblossom was a great standard card. Hasn't really held up super well, you know. It's just not a very
mid-range list that I've been working on.
All right, my friends, you got it. Deck techs will be after this this league, all right? Thank you, appreciate it. Damn right. I guess I can sword here and then make my fairy into an elk. Like, God, they have 4 minutes left. Jesus Christ. Bitterblossom just isn't that good. Oh, they traded the food for the fairy rogue. All right, that's. They're not gonna sword me. Wow. That's pretty bold. I mean, this way they're gonna freaking time out, so. Yeah, I don't know, honestly. My initial impressions are that Bitterblossom just isn't a very good Magic card. It's just like kind of embarrassing compared to the other things that are happening in this format. Like a 1/1 every turn is like, all right, like we're getting ranched this game. Like that was a good draw. That might swing.
The awesome content, sir. Keep on.
Downright, you the bomb. Thanks for resubbing. All right, well that was an insane draw. I'll say path, but attack them. Yeah, I'll go definitely minus to make things elks. Oh, they have Bitterblossom. Oh, never mind. We're good. Sort of Feast and Famine. Feast and Famine. All right, they discard. We untap. Post-combat. They have 2 cards. One is a Batterskull. One is unknown. Let's click them and see what the last card is. Sort of Feast and Famine. That's also really good. Jeez. The nerve of these people. Alright. So we're going to rely pretty hard on our sort of Feast and Famine to actually do anything. Do we kill the Stoneforge Mystic? Or cast Bitterblossom? And they have a card and a Batterskull. I don't think Batterskull matters that much. You can move his sword around. They just Oko a sword. God, Oko's so stupid. Like, nothing we do matters because they can just Oko it. It's lame. Yeah, I mean, Sword of Feast and Famine is now a creature. I have an elk now. Great. I mean, at this rate, they're going to time out, so that's cool, I guess. Did your Deputy and Eater of Runes? Alright. And that wasn't like, it's bad. It's not good. They have the one flyer too. God. Yeah, I don't know how I ever win. Yeah. Time to sit here and fumble around for 3 minutes and help my opponent times out. Because they have wasted 6 minutes more of their clock than us. This card's so messed up. Zephyr, you should buy the Coalesce Wooburg shirt because the Wooburg shirt is forever. Make sure you use promo code Jim10, alright? Deputy is now an elk. They are taking a long time to do things, that is for sure. Flooded Strand. Nothing under Deputy now. We don't have any outs. Sure. Does certainly feel like we are climbing uphill here. Great. Alright, we're just dead. Not playing for a timeout win. Alright, so, I mean, honestly, our opponent's deck just felt like a better version of ours. Impressions from that game is that Bitterblossom just isn't good. Like, it just doesn't do anything. You know, it's just not on par with the power level of the other things that are happening in the format. Company and the snow guy. I don't know. Not sure. Wrong promo. Wrong promo. There's the right promo. There we go. Coalesce Apparel. Check it out. Coalesce Apparel and Design. CoalesceApparel.shop. Go order your cool Wooburg shirts. Promo code Jim10. 10% off your order. Not only are these shirts awesome, they are mad comfortable. Like, mad comfortable. Go get them. Right now. I mean, board and Plague Engineer, we just didn't draw it, so. Alright. Let's try again. Light Spell, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I mean, this is a hand of magic cards. I guess we're going to keep. Feels awkward, but we're shocking. We have Spell Pierce and Fatal Push, so. Arbor Elf, aka Dead. Not huge on Brazen Borrower either. Just don't think that's a very powerful card either. It's okay, but. I guess we Spellstutter Sprite over Spell Pierce. Get the damn thing in play, you know? Obviously, I love Spell Pierce stuff when I can, but alright, sure. Yeah, I mean, lands are a thing. Some sort of Arbor Elf, Utopia Sprawl, something deck. It's not Ponza. How can we win? That's the best card ever printed. Alright, I guess Batterskull. I'm a little tempted to get Feast and Famine, but we're so far off actually doing it because we have no mana. Oko Modern seems good, honestly. Our opponent played it and it was really good, so I guess it's just Batterskull. Taos Tracker is like gonna outgrow the Batterskull with 2 Clue sacrifices. Maybe it's just Feast and Famine, honestly. What the hell happened? I clicked it. It like moved up to attack. That's messed up. That is messed up, Magic Online. Yeah, I mean, Tire Tracker is basically unbeatable. So you're killing me, Smalls. It's just some sort of like green-black rock deck. Top card, Utopia Sprawl. Misty Rainforest? Good lord. Yeah, this does not. I mean, they only have 1 card left. They just have a bunch of clues. And we could double Spell Pierce this. That seems awful. Alright, sure. Tower Striker is basically unbeatable. Well, we have Sword Online, but they have 5 lands and we have 2, which is not good. There's a land. Don't think killing Liliana is worth it, so let's attack them and trigger our stuff. I guess we're gonna like float a mana and bounce Tracker, I guess. I guess I gotta just cast the Stoneforge Mystic, whatever. Do I Fire and Ice here over Batterskull? I kind of think I do. Actually, they're gonna Thoughtseize me. What am I doing? That's stupid. I think Sword's better. So I got Batterskull. Thoughtseize. Why is Sword better? I mean, Batterskull just runs into Tyrus Tracker. Rather draw cards, kill Liliana. Oh, the last card's a fetch land. Oh, gross. They have 4 clues in play. 4. That wasn't bad. And I don't have a single clue. Not a clue. They have no cards in hand. I could attack Liliana. And then resto the Stoneforge Mystic. And not get the untap trigger. But like, I think it's fine, actually. What? What is this standard day here on the stream? We're just playing all the standard cards in Modern. Is this what Modern has become? Is this what Modern has become? What is going on here? Yeah, alright. Excuse me. Sure. Anything else? Garrick Tribal. Showing out to a Modern tournament near you. Sophie. Kaya's Guile. Okay. The problem is we're like kind of dead. We can sword. I guess we can edict them. Draw a card. Alright, whatever. Yes, please. Attack. And 7 and 7 is 14, so we're one short. Also, I gain life next turn too, so. Teferi Time Raveler? That's kind of an interesting one, honestly. So we can like edict make a blocker. Or gain 4 make a blocker. Can do stuff. They have Big Garrick in the graveyard? How did that get there? Oh, the sword, duh. Teferi just bounces tracker, makes them recast it, hurts their attacks. I kind of like that, actually. Hello. They scooped! We did it! We won the game! We're great! We the best. Okay. Don't hate Kaya. Don't hate Gideon. Don't like Spell Pierce. Don't like Force of Negation. In this sort of fair matchup. Plague Engineer seems fine. Disdainful Stroke does not seem fine. Pro Black. destroy a planeswalker or an artifact. It's kind of loose. Yeah, I mean, the sword was a good draw, that's for sure. Deck tag, we can do it after this league. So it would be in about 2 hours. If that's cool with you, awesome. If not, another day. My computer's so loud. I mean, I really don't want Force or Spell Pierce. I'll bring the damn sword in, whatever. Just go bananas here. This stream, not sponsored by Cheez-It, but if you work for Cheez-It, sponsor me, please. Hand's alright. Scrybug. I guess I'm probably getting swampier. I probably should have just Vista'd, but whatever. Yeah, whatever. Vista gets planes too, so... Nurturing Peterland. Courser of Krufix, sure. We playing standard, folks. Fatal Push. Kind of down for that, honestly. Let's go to their draw step and see what they draw. And probably just kill this Courser. We have Spellstutter up for 3 also, which is pretty good. So they draw Sprawl, Death Cloud. Raise your hand in chat if you remember Death Cloud. I used to have a Death Cloud deck a long time ago. Fun card. Fun card. Solemn Simulacrum. Utopia Sprawl. Zephyr, new sub. What's your name? Where you from? Welcome, my friend. That's fine. Match 2. We are 0-1. Tile Striker. Nuh-uh. Wait. They're getting a blue-white land. They play a land yet? They have not played a land yet. Yeah, let's get a Hallowed Fountain. Don't want to allow them to make a land drop. I would say that Bitterblossom seems pretty good. Oh, I should have killed this in response. I'm so stupid. Ugh, whatever. That was dumb. I should have killed the Courser response. So now they can gain life off fetch lands, whatever. US.
Ooh, here to see Jim suffer for a bit. Kappa.
Thanks 442. Appreciate that. Thanks to resub. 3 months. Alright, we gave him a life by accident. 2 life actually. But whatever. damn Veil of Summer. We hates it. We hates it. We hates it, precious. Draw step. Their top card is Muavi Acid Moss. Damn. They drew a Utopia Sprawl, I think. Yeah, Veil is absurd. Sweet map backer. That's awesome. Sounds good, Aethermech. Message me on the old Discord skis. 3, 4. So they can Peterland and draw the Acid Moss and then cast it. But I'm just gonna clown them with my sword. Who cares? Whatever. Their top card's a land. I guess on the rogue. Bombs away. Bullseye. He's taking damage. Bombs away. Bullseye. Nope, no land. Land. Utopia Sprawl. God, you love to see it. Quad Utopia Sprawl. Alright, no castables. Not good. Deck list has been updated. Top card, Death Cloud. Holy shit. They can draw that and cast it for a decent amount. They still just die though, right? Thoughtseize? Yeah, whatever. What's the plan here? They going for the draw? I don't have X is 5, right? X is 4. Discard 4 cards. Okay. Alright, so opponent's deck that round was a little sketch. I'm not gonna lie, when they played Tracker and Courser, I was pretty worried, but the rest of their cards weren't very good. Like that.
Going to bed, but before I do, here you go.
Thanks, like that. Appreciate it. Man, you guys are all awesome, you know that? You all great. 1-1. Nanachi's Esper Fae on your deck. Live. Brought to you by BCW's. Oh my god, are you serious? What kind of stream is this? Does this one work? Nope. This, yes. This, yes. CoolStuffInc.com. Number one source for your game shopping needs. CoolStuffInc.com. Video Monday, article Friday. This Monday's video will be up tomorrow, I believe. I was traveling home from TwitchCon, so had to push that one back a little bit. Promo code JIM5 for 5% off your order on CoolStuffInc.com. This hand is this hand is the hand of the week. A little hand of the week right here. I mean, we're gonna keep, but like, okay. TwitchCon was insane. I started this 24-hour stream with a rundown of my TwitchCon experience. If you missed that, I'll put it up on YouTube. Long and short of it was an absolute blast. It was a phenomenal business trip. I got to meet all the arena streamers and Magic streamers I haven't met yet. I had official functions with Wizards. Met my partner manager. Did some workshops. Did some panels. It was awesome. Super awesome. I'm just gonna bottom this. It obviously could be good, but I want a card that's guaranteed to be good. I think this card just sucks. Sorry. The bar for a 3-mana spell in Modern is pretty high, you know? Raging Ravine? Ooh. Faerie Seer does not seem very good against Jund. It's very cool, though. Alright, let's just fetch and cast Faerie Seer and just hope it's good enough. Faerie Seer, numero 2.
Hey there, long-time viewer on YouTube. Can't get on the stream too often, but figured I should sub and donate to one of my favorite MTG people. Also, how do I send in a deck tech? XOXO.
Zephyr, thanks so much, my friend. I appreciate it. I love all my YouTube viewers. Please upload your deck to mtggoldfish.com and post a link. Don't need an account, just need a link. All right. Ren 6 would be pretty good here. Yes. Yeah. I mean, nice cards, I guess. Alright, give him the old BB. Attack Ren 6. Somehow, some way, Ren 6 killed a creature and got attacked and is still alive because Wizards cannot properly balance a cheap Planeswalker. But here we are. Here we are. Yeah, so you have 3 deck techs to do after this league. So we'll do those. Because you all great. You're great. Yeah. Plus Ren 6, draw a card. Seems fair. Seems fair. We are currently 1-1. Abrupt Decay. God. Ren 6 is unreal. Like, I think we're going to exile the land from the graveyard and make a 1-1. That's going to be our plan against Ren 6 here. My drink is done. This is not making me happy. Okay. Each opponent exile a card from the graveyard, make a token. That is our play here. For 3 mana, we are Coffin Purging 1 card and making a 1/1 token. Yeah. We got our opponent. We got him. Why not gain 4? Why gain 4? Yeah. Ren 6 should clearly have 2 loyalty to start. Zephyr works for me. Alright, so 3 deck techs coming up. a little bit later on after this league. We got 3 matches left. Oh my god. So we're drawing a lot of the cards that aren't individually powerful, and they have not been very good. Faerie Seer, Kaya's Guile, Brazen Borrower, all looking kind of bad. That one's kind of good. The problem is that they have 4 cards in their hand, and there's almost no chance my Spirit or the Sword lives. Oh lord, they're spinning the wheel. Alright, well, I imagine they're going to toss their Ren and 6 here and just kill my my Spirit, and then we have actual nothing. Which kind of sucks.
Just tuned in. Good luck on the 24-hour stream.
Hey, thanks my friend. Happy to have you. At least we kill Ren and 6. So, alright. They have 3 cards left, and I have none. That's not very good. Yeah. Perfect is the word I would use to describe our current scenario. Oh boy. I don't think Brazen Borrower is even good. So Oko is clearly much better. It's interesting. They're choosing a draw and not Raging Ravine me. It's interesting. Tarmogizzle, it's a 7/8. Doesn't count adventure. That's not a card type. We got a tribal Bitterblossom. We have enchantment, tribal, creature, land, instant, sorcery, planeswalker. Damn. I think Brazen Borrower is very mediocre. For very similar reasons why Kaya's Guile is mediocre. Because a 2 mana for a bounce spell is not very good. And 3 mana for a 3/1 flyer that can't even block is not very good. So people just really like modal cards when the modes aren't very good. You know? You want your cards to be good. Not flexible, good. Especially in Modern, where being individually powerful is very important. So, what do we even do here? Jeez. I'm putting down Rest in Peace. This is good against Ren and 6 also. Down at Gideon. I am not thrilled about Plague Engineer. I'm okay with Kaya. I'm okay with Sword. I mean, on the play, I don't hate Spell Pierce. I certainly don't love it. A card that does one thing well is better than a card that does 3 things mediocre. Correct. Think of modal spells like all-in-one printers. I used to work at Office Max. I used to sell printers and office supplies and stuff. And if you're smart, you wouldn't buy an all-in-one printer because it does nothing well. Sure, it prints your photos. Sure, it makes copies. Sure, it can print documents, but it doesn't do a good job at any of those. And you want a good job, not a mediocre job, right? You want a photo printer, go buy a freaking photo printer. You want a copier, go buy a freaking copier, you know? And I think Resto is actually actively good against Jund. Dodges Bolt. It's tricky. It's Axe Planeswalkers. I like Resto. I think one Spell Pierce is fine. I'm not really thrilled about this, but... Well, Nanachi, I think the reason you've given is the reason why you want to have Restoration Angel. Because you want cards that are individually powerful. So if things get blown to high hell, and we cast a Resto, that's a pretty reasonable card. Attacks Planeswalkers, isn't that a Bolt? Blocks. It's a great response to Bloodbraid Elf. So you just block it, obviously. So cards like Spell Pierce, the cards you don't want, the cards that are individually not powerful. So that's pretty good. You can keep this. Faerie Seer is not very good in this matchup, but I don't think we have cards to replace it, so I think it's okay. I mean, Ross, they got to be pretty damn flexible for me to be interested. Like, because especially in Modern, which is a format of just slugging it out usually, you just can't afford to be cute. I don't think I want either one of these. I agree. You want to do nasty shit in Modern. You don't want to be doing like, oh, I can have 2 mana to Spell Pierce or Shock. Ooh, I can do whatever I want. You know? Alright, I imagine that my Stoneforge Mystic is not long for this world. However, it's still a 2 for 1. Still a 2 for 1. We'll save Fatal Push. Esper Control is certainly not a super pedigree deck in the format. So, Stoneforge is likely to die. I kind of want Fire Ice. Well, Brutality is great because it does a certain thing very well. And that is destroy, burn, and be really good against like company decks, you know? Going drinking with Ross. Do you enjoy topics about communism? If so, drinking with Ross is a great idea. Nah, Ross is great. I love Ross. I miss drinking with Ross. Miss life on the grind a little bit, you know? The problem is, Nanachi, that when you play a matchup like this, where each player's resources are going to get obliterated, you cannot risk drawing conditional cards. You can't risk drawing a Spell Pierce after the initial flurry of Thought Seizes and removal spells and stuff. You want all of your top decks to be live as hell. And Spell Pierce is far too conditional to be a card you're really super interested in. This is interesting. So they haven't done anything yet? I guess we'll say go. I'm not really sure what their plan is here. Maybe they have Kolaghan's Command. They're trying to set it up. Bolt my Stoneforge Mystic. I think Fire and Ice is better than Feast and Famine, so we're going to put in the Feast and Famine. If they have Kolaghan's Command, they can really mess us up, but whatever. I think the reason why they allowed us to untap with Stoneforge was to try and Kolaghan's Command us. But they got it, they got it. You know, it's not going anywhere. Very sad. Very sad. Alright. I mean, Bitterblossom should be pretty good here, so... I mean, we draw land and cast Gideon. Whew. Gideon is something else in matchups like this. I'm not gonna fetch a duel. We draw like a click, we get punished, but damage might matter, so. Island. Untapped island. Hit me. Playing mountain? Most Jund decks don't play mountain. It's pretty interesting. God damn it. That's mad awkward. They're stopping in my draw step. I don't know what they want a surgical here, but if they want to do that, if they target Fatal Push, I'm gonna be mad. M-A-A-D, mad. Watching sports much easier than playing them. Same with StarCraft. I need more snacks. Look, I have my Biscoff cookies from my flight home from San Diego. I'm gonna eat them now. You can watch me. Mukbang. We are certainly overloading the Abrupt Decays, yes. Oh, I've done the hero thing before. Bouncing Bloodbraid Elf, not very good. Edict, not very good either. It's just sword, discard Teferi. Hope this Teferi works out. Like, you know, works out. Has to lift 2 swords, get it? Rum is great. God damn. Our deck does not seem very well suited towards beating Jund. Our individual cards are just far too weak. They choose not to plus Liliana? Oh no, we did, okay. Land? We did it. So you're telling me there's a chance. Imagine putting Rum on Blast. The Ross Merriam story. Particular archetype I like in Modern right now? Not really sure, honestly. Some Mox Opal deck is probably the best deck. Mox Opal's just messed up. Braden, many more hours to go, my friend. Alright, sacrifice a creature. Sure. I'm dying. But why is the rum gone? Oh, man. Wow. They plussed, they didn't minus? That's pretty wild. Now I get to sword? Sure. Heh. That is actually adorable. I get to Brazen Borrower a card back to their hand. That's kind of gas. Alright. Let's kill everything. As I said, Gideon is pretty dope. I would pants up Gideon. Pants just fall off. I don't want Gideon's pants to fall off. No, Gideon is, as I said in the beginning, Gideon is one of the best cards in fair matchups. It is quite good. So, we kill Liliana, and we attack them, untap our lands, make them discard their Bloodbraid Elf, and this game has swung. The big thing I'm feeling so far is that the fairy cards just don't seem very good. We've never really done fairy stuff. Spellstutter Sprite's been okay. Bitterblossom's been alright. Faerie Seer's been pretty bad. We're mostly winning off the fact that our equipment and our other like good fair cards. Which makes me wonder if it should just be like an Esper Blade deck and play things like Lingering Souls and not even bother with the fairy package. And that's not a very fun thing for me to say. Because obviously you're looking to play fairies. But it just feels like the weaker part of the things that we are doing. Do I still like Jeskai Saheeli? Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Not sure. Spell Queller is the best fairy in this deck. Spell Queller is quite good. No, I think Jeskai Saheeli is much better than 4-color Saheeli. 4th color, totally unnecessary. That stands pretty good. I can keep this. I think there's also a pretty big tension between do you want to be flashy or discard spelly. And I think discard spells play better with Stoneforge Mystic. And I don't care what you do with the little time you have left. Bitterblossom's okay. I mean, it's been fine. Took Teferi. It's interesting. I would say Restoration Angel's also been unimpressive. It's been pretty hard to cast. Not super impactful. I don't want either one of these. I want threats. I want threats. Faerie Seer, no. And, well, I think we just slam jam Rest in Peace here. Let me draw a land. We can go Seer into Spellstutter Sprite, so it's kind of cool. How does one submit a list for this stream? Right now we're doing Your Deck Live for subs only, kind of beta testing it. These used to be called Donation Bonus Leagues. They're now called Your Deck Live. Nice card, LOL. And Prices have gone up because demand was too high. Couldn't keep up with it. $80 for a league. 120 for that's called the classic. 120 is for the brew. You give me a deck idea or a card you want to build around. I build a deck for you. Play a league. And then the double dip is simply 2 leagues in a row with me playing a fixed version of your deck in the second part. God, these Faerie Seers. Oh. Faerie Seer, you're killing me. Just killing me. Stoneforge is good. I mean, Gideon's good. I almost just want to keep it. We're going to shuffle it away anyway, I guess. What's the top? And if you cast Stoneforge, we'll shuffle it away, which is fine. If they stop Stoneforge in some way, we'll still have Gideon. So, would Aaliyah? I don't know what Aaliyah is. Swamp, Peterland. Nice mana base. Yes, the old Grizzly Bears versus Flying Men. Just like Magic, as Richard Garfield intended, and like actually. How do you bring up card strats here? What do you mean? Oh, the Esper Brawl Fairy? No, that card's not very good. I mean, it's probably dying, but whatever. Of course, the nice thing about Stoneforge is it's just card advantage, so they kill it. We still get our card. I think Fire and Ice we're looking for. Sacrificing the Peterland to go down to 2 swamps. That's bold. Thoughtseize. Bring it on. Bring it on. Cinnamon Steel doesn't blank all their removal because they can just kill the Cinnamon Steel with a Kolaghan's Command or whatever. Man, I'm playing Swamp Jund. It's my favorite kind of Jund. God, you just draw a freaking land? Yeah, we're gonna still go to Faerie Seer. Like, Spellstutter for 2 probably isn't good enough. God, unreal. Do I want Bitterblossom? I probably want Bitterblossom. Alright, we'll leave that on top, I guess. Oh god. That's a stomping ground. They can cast all of our spells. Lightning bolts? Sure. I mean, Stoneforge Mystic wasn't doing very much, so. We are at 12. Like, we are a little dying here. If they have a land Bloodbraid Elf, we could be in a little bit of trouble, but. Really not mind drawing a land, I'm not gonna lie. Love to double spell here. Good morning, genius. Sure. Discard away. European time. Where in Europe are you, my friend? Fortunately, I will cover all time zones during this stream. Unless you're on, like, the moon or something. Not attacking with Scavenging Ooze? That doesn't make any sense. Why? They took Teferi, too? Alright. I mean, now our Spellstutter Sprite is on. Nice. Netherlands, sweet. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, I don't really like Moonfolk. Sorry, Maloku. Yeah, I mean, you've lightning bolted my Bitterblossom token. Feels like we've been somewhat fortunate this game. Their hand has been pretty bad. Yeah, taking Teferi is a little weird. Taking Teferi is a little weird, I agree. Yeah, I will counter that with the card you know I have. How about an untapped land to seal the deal? No. Probably still in okay shape. God, don't play Plague Engineer. That's another downside to playing Bitterblossom or for the fairy stuff. We open ourselves up to Plague Engineer. That's kind of cute. Yeah, it's fine. We're not going to push our own thing. So, definitely a big downside towards playing fairies is that Plague Engineer is just a pretty obnoxious magic card. Alright, I mean, coast to coast here. Alright, well, my Captain and Coke is done. Winner. 2 and 1. Opponent got a little mana screwed, and he pulled it out. Gideon also did some heavy lifting there. Remember, folks, all this is brought to you by Godless Apparel and Design. Godless Apparel and Design. Check it out. Super awesome magic shirts, super fun designs. Wooburg forever. The guild shirts are awesome. I love the Crab Shark shirt. And shirts are mad comfortable. Like, you put them on, you're like, ooh, it's a little loose, a little smooth, a little nice. Check it out. CallUsApparel.shop. Use promo code Jim10. 10% off your order. And they're making me shirts soon, too, for the stream, which is going to be awesome. So, Call Us Apparel, check it out. Thank you for suffering for your amusement. Well, it's what I do. It's what I do. We can keep. Spellstutter is fine. Messed up is a stretch. But next big live tournament is this weekend. SEG Philadelphia team tournament. I am teaming with Joe Demestrio and Dan Jessup. I am the modern seat. No, I don't know what I'm playing yet. I also have a Fandom Legends Arena tournament on Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. $4,000 online arena tournament. No, I have no idea what I'm playing. Scry. Sword Delta. Alright, definitely don't want Delta. I mean, I guess Sword is okay. Like, it's not great. Would you agree with the statement if you're not playing green in Eldraine Standard, you're doing it wrong? I don't know, honestly. Geist is okay. It's fine. It's not great. It's good in some matchups, bad in matchups. So they scry top. Alright. It's fine. The format's gotten so fair over the last few weeks. Like, I was so high on Force of Negation, but as the format gets fairer and fairer and fairer, Force just gets worse and worse and worse. Street Wraith, you got it. Street Wraith, you got it. Blood Crypt tapped, go. Alright. Don't really want to walk into a Stubborn Denial. I guess we're attacking. Chip shotting against Shadow feels pretty bad, but I'm just going to say go. This feels pretty crappy, but I've not been impressed with this card at all. Again, just a weak modal card. Both sides are pretty bad. They're going to push me? It's fine. Forcing this would be so aggressive. They Stubborn Denial, I untap and play Sword. Okay. I think if they have Stubborn Denial, they would have countered that. So we are going coast to coast here. Please God, don't Kolaghan's Command me. Don't Scour. Bidding Kolaghan's Command. Oh, Scoopskis. Sometimes the Shadow decks just don't do anything. And that's nice. Alright. Death's freaking Shadow. Kai's in. Sin Collector's in. Gideon's in. I'm actually pretty cool. Rest in Peace, too. Sword of Sinew and Steel. I don't agree that Unmoored Ego is good against Shadow. We want to cut our conditional counter spells because they aren't good. Same reason as Jund. You want all your cards to do something. Kaya's Guile is okay against them because the Edicts part actually will be pretty good. This is fine. This match should be good for us, I would think. We should have a lot of removal spells. But why do you need Pro Death Shadow? All of our cards are flying. So, I mean, Plague Engineer kills Snapcaster Mage. It's not really like the card we're scared of, you know? Any adventure cards make it into Modern? I mean, probably not. Oh, God. Oh, God. Alright. Oh, boy. Faerie Seer. You suck. Spellstutter counters a lot of her stuff anyway. I'm just going to pitch the Faerie Seer. I just think it's too bad. It's just too weak, too individually weak of a card. I mean, Stoneforge is good. I like Teferi. I don't draw Spell Queller very much. And they slam that Teferi. Slammed it. We played Arena earlier. We're just playing some Modern right now. Oh, look who's back. Look who's back. I mean, they know about our Sprite now. So they're never going to walk into it. Whatever. Why would you cry, Map Hacker? Did you play a good game of Magic? Alright. I mean, I want a third land, so I guess we're going to do this. Fetch, shock. So they know about these three. They don't know about Kaya's Guile. Bunny, you're a sub now. Like it or not. What's your name? Where you from? Welcome, my friend. This is a very bizarre play. Oh, I'm sorry. They don't know about this card. Never mind. Well, sounds like you got wrecked, Map Hacker. Alright. Swamp. And I guess we're going to Edict to make a flyer. They have 2 cards left. We're feeling pretty good here. Casting a new Angler seems very, very hard. And then if they play a Shadow, we just push it. So if we have to untap here, I think we're in pretty good shape. Mardu Shadow, it seems fine. I don't know. It's alright. Don't know if it's better than Jund or Grixis Shadow, but I think Saint Collector's pretty fine here, actually. 2 cards in hand. They're likely to have a spell. Stubby D, Death Shadow. Love it. Save his game is probably over. I think that fair decks tend to line up well against shadow decks. That's actually... they have a Stubborn Denial. They play Teferi. It's kind of gross, actually. I'm just going to push. We're way ahead here. There's no reason to allow them to just draw Stubborn Denial and push ahead. We're doing a pretty good job pushing ahead by ourselves here anyway. They play an Angler, we'll Teferi it. They play a Shadow, we'll push it. We get Spellstutter Sprite. Fatal Push targeting Faerie Seer. They have a... if you can't stop a Plague Engineer anyway, so this is fine. They go to 2. Alright, I mean, their hands were not very good, but we beat them, so sweet. We'll take it. We'll take it. We are currently 3-1. And let's finish strong here. No Kozilek's return. Not today. Todd, you still up, my friend? I appreciate it. Thank you. Strong bad on the emails. Nicole is going to be spelling me for about 4 hours, so I'm going to sleep for 4 hours. Nicole has the 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. shift. Grimgully combo, yes I will. That's the next Mog Monday, but it'll probably be not next Monday, because I'll be traveling down to South Carolina to try and get some more work done on the house and get that thing sold. So I am traveling straight from Philly to South Carolina. So, oh Faerie Seer, oh Faerie Seer. Grimgully is a new goblin. It says whenever a non-human creature comes into play, it gets counter on it. With that, Scark Prospector and a persist creature, you can go infinite. Just get Island, I think. It's Bluffton, South Carolina. Nicole and I bought a house, but we can't move into it, so we're selling it. I have not thought about the that deck too hard yet. Second Stoneforge? I kind of like it. I'm pretty sure you want to be Jund, Todd. I think that what the hell is it called? Oh crap. I think that Munitions Expert is really, really good. I think you can play the 2-mana Persist Goblin also, because that plus Prospector and the other card is just infinite mana. So while it's not like the full combo, it's still pretty good. The old Bogles, eh? Kaya's Guile, we need you. Even a bad Edict is still an Edict. What do we want to do here? Like, try and race with Sword of Fire and Ice? Do we try and... Batterskull is going to be outclassed really fast. Um, oh, that's true. Sling Gang plus Persist thing also is infinite. That's kind of cool. I guess it's Fire Ice. This kind of sucks. We ain't nickel and diamond nobody. We're just gonna kill the huge dumb idiot. You know, we gotta draw cards. Try and find Kaya's Guile. Try and kill him before they play the stupid stupid thingy. Daybreak Coronet. We honestly may end up going next turn Stoneforge in Sword, path our own Stoneforge, so we can play Sword and then play Stoneforge next turn as well. See if you're all land or not. I'm not into the cosmetic cards at all. I actually have 7 packs of Collective Edition Throne of Eldraine. I would like to sell if you want to buy them. So Metallic Mimic is very fragile and not a goblin, so I would say yes. It's much better. I mean, Teferi can bounce an enchantment, but it's just like not very good. I think we're in a world of hurt here. Alright, so we drew the 4th land, so pathing our own shiz probably isn't necessary. Strongest card in Modern? I don't know. He's up. He's eating. Spirit
Stay strong,
Link.
only 16H left.
Thanks, Dragon. 1 year resub. You great. You great. I mean, Mox almost pretty busted. I mean, this is just like very silly. Like, we're just getting clowned by Boggles. I don't think we can win. Kaya's Guile. No. Oh. Wasn't a very fun game. Yeah. Boggles, eh? Where's Goober? You know? Where's Goober? Teal, thanks so much, my friend, for making me suffer through this. Teal was the one who gifted 70 subs to put us into this hell. So everyone give Teal a real hand. Damn it, Teal. Plague Engineer. Kai is actually dope. Not much else is good, though. Like, we really can't do much here. Force is fine. Spell Pierce is fine.
Thanks, Teal.
Blocks, it's up. Got a push. I like leaving a few pushes in. It deals with a random Dryad Arbor for Edicts and deals with these stupid O2. Agree. Discard spells would be very, very good here. Damping Sphere doesn't really do anything. It slows me down too in that theory. Force of Negation, Spell Pierce, and Kaya's Guile. The problem is the rest of our hand just like kind of slow. I mean, we're gonna keep, but like it's not really great. Spellstutter is very good against them. So all their cards cost 1. That's kind of nice, but Explosives is nice. I never play a fair blue deck in Modern with at least 1 Explosives in my sideboard. What's up, Miller? Yes, Guile's huge, so... Oh yeah, snacks. I have a Rice Krispie Street. Nicole bought this at Starbucks in San Diego. This thing traveled 3,000 miles to be with us on stream. 3,000 miles. ASMR stream. Oh goddamn, blocks. Blocks with the bits.
Glad I got to see you at TwitchCon. Here's some motivation for the 24 hours stream.
Hell yeah, blocks. Thanks, my friend. Appreciate it. That's a boggle. Nicole and I were in San Diego for TwitchCon. TwitchCon was the bomb. Busted Alliance is not bad. It's a little weak, but it is pretty powerful. It's definitely a pretty versatile sideboard card, so. It's kind of weird. They fetched and didn't do anything. Awkward. And no lands. 20 lands. Not enough lands. Not even close to enough lands. I mean, Hyena Umbra. Yeah, I mean, Spell Pierce is only getting worse, so whatever. I'll force the next one. Nuh-uh. 2 cards left. No clock, though. Killing me, Smalls. Killing me. Cartouche. Well, that makes my Kaya's Guile really bad. So that kind of sucks. I guess I can always Teferi bounce the warrior. Draw land, please. Is that possible? No? No, it's not possible. How are we getting here? They are pretty resource light, so Batterskull might actually be good here. And we're mana light, so equipping sword seems tough. Alright, we'll get Batterskull this time. They're giving me a land? That's the best thing that's ever happened to us. Raid incoming. Spoiler alert. Caleb, why weren't you at TwitchCon? Huh? Missed all the hangs. Caleb, thanks for the host, my friend. I appreciate that. If you haven't seen Caleb's stream and you're watching streams right now, I don't believe you, honestly. But if you're like the one person who hasn't seen Caleb's stream, make sure you hop on over there and give Caleb a follow. Caleb's obviously the best. Just super cool dude, great stream. one of the most consistent streamers ever, basically. Caleb owns the night. Usually I don't go near the night unless I have to. It's Caleb's domain. But Caleb, I appreciate that. Thank you. You folks tuning in, welcome to the stream. My name is Jim Davis, and we are playing your deck live. That's right, where I play your deck live, go over the deck, give my feedback, and then I at the end get my feedback and go over the deck. This is our last match. We're currently 3-1. This is NanachiPower's Esper Fae's deck. 24-hour stream. We're as you can see, about 8 hours in. Is it better to have the counter go up or down? I thought down was better, but I'm starting to think up is better, honestly. Hey, Caleb, you gotta go, man. Like, aside from being fun, it was like the best business trip I ever had. Just so much good business to be done. Talk with different companies and networking, and it was awesome. So, you gotta come next year, for sure. Don't miss TwitchCon. Ever. So yeah, 24-hour stream. We're in the middle of your deck live. We're about to finish. We're playing at some Bogles. Little Bogle skis here. I think we just attack and have Restoration Angel plus Spellstutter Sprite or Spell Queller, which is nice. So yeah, I think up is better too. Now I'm thinking about it. What's next? We've got a free time after this. I have some deck techs to do. Then I'll have about from about now till about 6 a.m. when Nicole, my fiance, is going to step in and cover for me for about 4 hours while I sleep. Then she has to go to work, and about 10 a.m. I resume, and Nicole's going to play some Standard on Arena to get ready for SEG. SEG Philadelphia this weekend. I have done a 48-hour stream once. Me and Nicole did that. We took shifts. It was hell. But yeah, if you're new here, I haven't followed that follow button, of course, not my usual time slot. It's usually the exact opposite of my time slot. Yes, I'm also going to Philly. Damn. No more donation bonus leagues, I don't think. I have a few queued up, but I'm not really set up for them. So we'll do them at another time. So we won a game. That's pretty cool. Force, Spell Pierce, Spellstutter Sprite, all pretty good. On the play, on the draw, they're much worse. But we'll see what we can do. Not a great matchup. Little Bogles here. Little Bogles. This is our final match of the league. So again, we'll be going over the deck at the end of this. I'm going to go over the cards I liked, cards I didn't like, things about the deck I didn't like. I'm going to rebuild the deck how I think it would be ideal. And, yeah, sweet. So, only 8 hours in. God, we have 16 hours to go. Good lord. You can't play all the decks. How many subs to get 48? How about 2,000 subs? We'll do that. Oh my god. No, you don't want Unmordigo in fair matchups. This hand's terrible. Also bad. 20 lands is not enough lands. Not enough lands. Alright, we're going to ship a Seer. I guess a land. This is pretty bad. Caleb, thanks, my friend. I appreciate that. Trying to push for that 2,000. I mean, I guess we can just get Island. Thanks, Caleb. I appreciate it. Well, the joke's on you. We have no discard spells in our deck. So, joke's on you. Alright, well. Spell Pierce ahoy. Yes, they also took a mulligan. Correct. It does make our Kaya's Guile bad, yes. We only have 2 of those, though, so... What is this? They have the O2? Nikes. That's really bad. Well, we have 3 pushes in our deck, but this is not good. I should have kept the Watery Grave and bottom the Godless Shrine. That might have been better. Please, God, draw Fatal Push. Tilt. Yeah, we probably can't beat this card. Well, unless we can kill it, obviously. Every bad aura cantrips. Alright, so we get to at least do that. So bottom this, top Teferi. Yeah. And we left pushes in the deck. It's not like we weren't ready for this, but what? What in God's name are they doing? How do they not play a land but not play a spell? That does not compute. Does not compute. Spirit Link. Targeting Core Spirit Dancer. Nope, targeting the Scout. That is fine. So we can Teferi bounce Spirit Link, and that kills the Daybreak Coronet, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool. And we can like click them. They're at 12 already. They're going to gain... I guess it's only a 4/4. It's not even that bad. Yeah, sure. This is fun. Oh, I can't click them. Right. Duh. So cast click, though. And we'll target me. And do I want to bottom a card? Oh, Bubbles is always a thing. We're going to Teferi. I don't think its Spell Pierce is very good anymore. If we draw a land, though, it is pretty good. I think we just leave it, actually. This is fine. Oh, that's annoying. It's double lifelink, because the Spirit Link is not actually lifelink. Kind of a tilt. Kind of a tilt. We drew a land, it's gas. Alright, let's Teferi. Bounce Spirit Link, and oopsie. Sorry, Daybreak Coronet. Hate to see it. Yeah, hate to see it. Teferi has no utility beyond that, so that's fine. They just have so many cards in hand, though, because every card's a cantrip, so it's pretty wild. We got a long way to go here. Spirit Link again. That is fun. Stamping Ground? Good lord. Alright. Imagine if they had Veil of Summer. That would suck. Nope. Okay. Okay. We draw a land against Stoneforge Mystic and Spell Queller. I'm actually feeling like a little okay about this. I am still alive, in fact. Yes. You're only 8 hours in. So, what do you folks think? Should we do count up instead? We can do count up. Yeah, I like count up better. Okay, 1 second. So we're at 15. So we're at We're at 8 hours and 3 minutes. That better? I like that better. Okay. Plague Engineer? That's kind of gas. Okay. I add an extra minute? Yeah, whatever. Alright. I mean, like, Plague Engineer on Elf is pretty gas. Goober, I knew you'd come. I knew you'd come. Are you serious? Monkey Boy, resub, welcome back. How do they not have an aura? Are we actually gonna win this? I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every day we attack. The Faerie Seer. That's all I got. That's all I got. Yeah, I mean, Sword of Fire and I just kill him next turn. Like, as long as the Spell Queller can handle, like, the one bad aura. Waffles, 14 with resub.
Sell out with me, okay? Sell out with me, oh yeah?
Love it. Love it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, it's exactly 8. The question is, do I want to play around Path to Exile? I feel like it's weird they wouldn't have pathed yet, but it does make sense for them to have paths. They have literally nothing else. So would they have pathed my creature earlier? So it's certainly possible they could just draw a bunch of auras and kill me next turn, and we're going for it. I'm playing Arena. I played Arena earlier, and there'll be more Arena later, yes. You know, only 16 hours to go. Emery decks, play those later. Oh my god. I can't target them. Oh my god. I forgot this stupid leyline. This isn't happening. This isn't happening. They're gonna go off so hard next turn. Oh my god. I can't believe this. I am so stupid. Please God, no. Force of Negation. Fatal Push? It's not bad, actually. Shit, shit, shit. No, I said stop. It's actually fine. You do it response. Yeah, I changed the timer to count to go up instead of down. We got so lucky this game. It's actually unreasonable. Now, one of the important things, I think, we did go 4-1. All right. but it was a pretty soft 4-1. Now, I'm not saying that to dog the deck. I'm saying that it's important to recognize, to be aware of your results and be aware of games that feel like, I don't think we should have won that game. Our opponent literally just didn't draw an aura in like 5 draws. And any one aura lost us the game instantly. So like, that felt pretty lucky. And the Jund matchup also felt pretty lucky in game 3 too. So it's important to recognize those things because you don't want to give yourself false assumptions. You want to make sure you're looking at the results based on the result. But there's definitely good things happening here. Stoneforge is very good. I like Queller. I like Teferi. Obviously the sword package is great. It's unfortunately, I don't like the fairies that much. Sprite was fine at times, but also kind of anemic at times. The big thing was Faerie Seer, which is so bad. And I think that if we're going to play a 3-color kind of powerful deck like this, we need to decide where we want to be. Do we want to be a Stoneforge Mystic Esper deck, or do you want to be a Fairy deck? Because once you lean towards the Stoneforge path, I think that playing cards like Faerie Seer and things like that just isn't even worth it. I think if you want to be fairies, you want to utilize Force of Negation more. Maybe you want like some of the ninjas or something. Like you want to just be more aggressively slanted. And I think you want to discard spells probably either way. But I don't think you want cards like Teferi, Kaya's Guile, etc. in your deck. Like you want to be lower to the ground, more aggressive. Maybe even go as far as like Disrupting Shoal or something. Maybe play some ninjas. I'm not really sure, but I think that the synergy elements of the deck felt forced at times. Every Faerie Seer we cast just felt really, really bad. We were just playing Flying Men, and our opponents were playing Tarmogoyfs and stuff, The league is over, yes. So, like, I think that if we're going to be Esper Blady, might be better off just being, like, playing regular Esper cards. Bitterblossom was alright. Our only real payoff for playing fairies was Spellstutter Sprite. Rest of the cards were like, alright. It's fine. Brazen Borrower was pretty bad. I think Clique's always good. Pretty big Clique fan. Queller is good, but it's not a fairy, obviously. Teferi is good, but doesn't really play well with the kind of instant speed nature of a deck. And therein lies the rub. Stoneforge Mystic is more of a sorcery speed card. Yes, you activate it at instant speed. You still got to cast it on turn 2. And playing it turn 2 on the draw in a deck that's trying to rely on counterspells is pretty awkward. So I think if I were to build an Esper deck that was trying to play Stoneforge and things like that, I think I'd be more interested in cutting the fairy stuff, playing some discard spells. I think the discard spells play very well with Teferi also. Don't think Restoration Needle is very good. I really hate Kaya's Guile. There's certainly things happening here. I don't think playing the fairy stuff is crazy, but I think that like lowering our curve is definitely job number 1. Not close. I also think that we're playing far too few lands, and playing 0 cantrips seems kind of suspect also. So the problem is that mixing together Spell Pierce and Thoughtseize does not work very well. Typically you want one or the other. You want a discard spell or a counter spell. Playing both is too awkward, because it's turn 1. What do? Do you leave up Spell Pierce or do you cast Thoughtseize? Just super awkward, and you need to look at the difference between what a counterspell does and what a discard spell does. Counterspells are tempo positive, so if they tap 3, play Teferi, I Spell Pierce it. That's tempo positive. I spent 1, they spent 3, and their turn, and we probably made a play on our turn as well. That's great. Discard spells are tempo negative. They're just much, much easier to use. I play 1 to play Thoughtseize, you discard your Teferi, I spent 1, you spent 0. So discard spells want you to kind of like want to plow the road for more powerful effects. Counter spells allow you to play a little more nimbly, and they require you to definitely plan your plays a little better and time things right, but the payoff is a lot higher because you're on its casting spells. So that being said, with sorcery speed things like Stoneforge and Teferi in our deck, the question is it better to just plow the road with discard spells? So I'll leave it up to you, Nanachi. Would you prefer I rebuild the deck as the best possible Esper Stoneforge deck or the best possible Fairy deck? Because for those who don't know, at the end of a Your Deck Live, I give my thoughts on a deck, and then I rebuild the deck based on what I think is best, and give you the deck list. So, let me know what you think. I don't think playing 2 Stoneforge is ever correct. Jiggle Me Puffs, I'll be trying out. Grumgully, I haven't gotten to that yet. Look for that in the future. Scout's Warning is not a playable modern card. Not nearly good enough. Drown the Lock is a whole nother option. That requires like milling your opponent's cards and stuff, and playing Thought Scour probably, and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think Stoneforge is a 4/0 card. I think it's part of your main plan, or it's not part of your plan. Matchup against Tron is probably pretty bad with this deck, I would assume. We're not really that fast. Yeah, there just aren't a lot of good 1 and 2 mana fairies, honestly. Makes Spellstutter Sprite kind of icky. Here's the way I'm thinking of it. I played fairies. If you rebuild it, the best possible fairy deck, I probably tried it. Stoneforge is an integral second tap out threat to help establish the entire game plan. I could see cutting Teferi and Guile and Borrower. Oh yeah, I mean, so Stoneforge and Bitterblossom. Okay, so I'll just build the deck the best way I think I think is better. So, Restoration Angel's gone. Kai's Guile's gone. I don't think Teferi's very good in this deck. I think Teferi's great. I think this card's really, really good in Modern. Don't think it's good in this deck. Again, as I said earlier, this is a sorcery speed threat that makes it hard for your opponent to interact at instant speed. We're already good at interacting at instant speed, though, so that part's kind of irrelevant. And then it's a bad removal spell, and it's a good card. It's not a card for this deck, so easy cut there. We're also way glutted at 3 mana, so easy cut there. Don't think Brazen Borrower is nearly good enough. I think Clique is much better, so that's an easy cut. We need some cantrips in this deck. The problem is I think Faerie Seer just sucks. That's the real problem. So the problem becomes, how good do we need Spellstutter Sprite to be when we don't draw Bitterblossom? You know? And if we're going to leave Faerie Seer, we can do that. But you can see here also we're cutting 4 drops and 3 drops. I think the biggest problem that players have in Modern is they put way too many expensive cards in their deck. Modern is a brutal format. Brutal format. Is Faerie Miscreant good enough? No. I mean, this is the thing, you know, if you're putting a card this weak into your deck, you would have a damn good payoff. And like, you know, Memnite, well, Cranial Plating and Arcbound Ravager are pretty good payoffs. That makes sense. But Spellstutter Sprite and nothing else, not great. Unsettled Mariner's not bad. However, we're already glutted on 2, I think. Mutavault is also difficult in a 3-color deck. I like Mutavault, but it's tough. It is definitely awkward. I think I would like to add another Force. Add another Clique. Cut all the big stuff. Need to add at least 1 more land, if not 2. Probably 2 more lands, honestly. I think we're light on fetches here, too. And then I want some cantrips as well. I think Snap's also fine for this deck. We cut black? I mean, Nanachi said that they like Bitterblossom, so cutting black is interesting, honestly. You cut black, you can play 4 Mutavaults, which is kind of nice, honestly. but Mutavault isn't super reliable as far as turning on Sprite quickly, which is kind of what you want. But that's awesome. Changing Outcast is also just really, really bad. Again, the important thing to consider in deck building in Modern is if you're going to play a bad card, the payoff's got to be worth it. You know? And Faerie Seer's not great. Is the payoff worth it? It's just Spellstutter Sprite. It's not even that good. So, like, a card like Changeling Outcast is pretty bad. I think Opt is very reasonable. Honestly, I feel like a Snap or two. I want to cut a Spell Pierce. I wouldn't mind a Spell Snare either. But again, now we're in the world of deciding if you want to have counter spells or discard spells. And I still kind of like the idea of discard spells. If you want to play it like a Bitterblossom Fairy deck, though, this is probably where I build it. So, click. It's awkward because Queller's like good, but I guess we don't have that many threes. Spell Queller's still pretty good. Like, this is 22 lands. One Seachrome Coast, a couple duels here and there. Maybe like 2 Mutavaults. Ship Seachrome Coast. Ship. Like, I don't think the second Watery Grave is really necessary. Maybe Godless Shrine isn't necessary. So we got islands in our deck. We got an island, I think. I have Opt to fix our draws too. I like Misspine Clique, honestly. If you're saying you tried it, you don't like it, that's fine. But what's up, Joe? How's it going, my friend? Always expanding. Always expanding. Okay, Plains is actually reasonable. I could buy that. Okay. And now Sideboard. I love Gideon. I think I want a second Gideon, honestly. I also like 2 discard spells in the sideboard. I really like when you can juke to a different form of disruption. If you're playing counter spells, you board your discard spells and vice versa. I love Rest in Peace also. Stroke is fine. Engineer's fine. Sin Collector's bad. I don't think Unmoored Ego is a good Magic card. I don't think it's Sword of Sinew and Steel is very good either. I guess we only need 1 Gideon. It's fine. This card's like okay. Kai is also like okay. I think this is where I would start if I were to rebuild this deck. Lower the curve. Cut the extraneous 3s. Cut the cute cards. And work from there. Like Force, like the Spell Snare. Again, I'm not convinced this is strictly better than just playing Esper, like Esper Blade or whatever. Just make these 4 Faerie Seers into discard spells and make these Spellstutter Sprites into Snapcaster Mages, and this deck might be a lot better. But if you really want to play Bitterblossom and stuff, this is probably how I would do it. So, this card should be banned, right? You believe this card was banned in Modern for a long time? Alright, so, NanachiPower, that is your deck live. Here's your new deck list. Give it a spin. Let me know what you think. Alright? Making it a Boros deck with Fervent Champion. That is a very, very different deck. So there you go. Nanachi, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it very, very much. This was your deck live. NanachiPower's Esper Fairies. Questions, comments, concerns, happy to answer. Watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, follow, comment, like, and all that good stuff. Alright, folks, YouTube.